everyone, see you again in my video. This is my second video about how to use SketchUp for beginners. So first one, I open the SketchUp files. Okay, so I need to save it, so I need to rename it. I save it as a lesson 2. So I need to delete this. So today I would like to share you how to use the default tray here. It is very important, and it is the components or the function that you can adjust in your SketchUp based on the default tray here. So if you have it, you just drag it in this part, mostly in the right side. It's the best place for you to work on. So in the default tray, you have the entity info here. So you click on that black bullet here. You don't see anything because you don't have the model yet. And you have the materials, you have the components, you have the style, you have the take, shadows, scene, and interrupters. So I will explain you one by one. The first one, I need to draw something first. I draw a simple rectangular, and then I group this one. So when I go to entity info, there's nothing information, but if I select here, there will be something appears. So information of this object, it is a solid group since I already grouped it, but tag here is untag, so it does not have any tag yet. Tag, it means that we can compare it to layers, or Photoshop. In Photoshop can be a layer too, if anyone know how to use Photoshop or AutoCAD. So tag, it is similar, same as the layers. And yeah, it does not have that yet. I haven't set yet. So because the tag is here, for example, we can go to tag. Okay, so there is untag. So I am on the untag one, and it's the default one tag in the SketchUp. So in order to create more, you need to click on this plus icon here. Yes, one tag, 2, 3. Let me create 3 tag and I name it as for example, the furniture. So I create a tag that name is for furniture for easy. For me, when I want to draw furnitures, I just draw on the tag furnitures. And the structure, for example, the column, the beam, and everything. So structures. And then let's say architectures. Architecture refer to the walls, the window, flooring, any model. So I just create the 3 first. You can create as many as you need in order to group your object. So for example, if you want to draw a new furniture, so you need to click on this one. So it means that you are on take furnitures, and then you, for example, you draw the round table. For example, you draw the round table, and when you draw the round table, it is on the furnitures. I did not draw it correctly. Okay, just for your example first. For example, these furnitures. So I draw this too. It's all under take furniture here. Okay, so yeah, that's it. But for example, the info here, it is already on the take furnitures. But for example, if I want to change it, I want to change this one into the structure. So I just go to take and then select here, and I change to structures, so it will be on structures. Okay, so this object is a group object which is on text structures. So this one I want to change it into architectures. Okay, so I click on it and I go and change it into architectures. And then this one will help you, for example, if you want to just erase or not, you don't want to see the structures model in this, so you just unhide it here. The eyes icon here, you can click on it, you don't see it. Okay, and then the architectures, you don't want to see the architecture, you just unhide it. But you cannot unhide the tag that you are on. So if you want to unhide the furniture, you need to change the tag that these are on. Okay, so that's why that you can change the furniture here. Okay, this one under the structures, and Yeah, yeah, I hide the structure. Okay, so yeah, that's how you use the text and the info entity. And also, for example, when you want to draw the cycle, okay, the cycle here is not smooth. This one is not smooth, right? So you can change the segment here. It is on the furniture text. The radius is this one because I did not type it properly. But the segment is only 24, so you count this one, it's only 24. 1, 2, 3, 4. It has the 24 line around this one. But so it does not smooth. So you can change it into, like, for example, 15, 50. Yeah, it's a little bit smooth. Yeah. If you want to be more smooth than that, you add this 100. Yeah. So the small line combination that create the whole cycle here, it made the cycle smooth. Okay, so that is in the model info here. So after you change it already, you can group it and then you can push it to get the thickness. Yeah. Okay, so next is the material. So the material is where you can apply the material into your model. For example, my model here, I want to apply the material. You can apply the material that is already in SketchUp. Okay, just click here and then you will get this icon, and then you click on each object here, so you will get the material, right? Okay, you can click the material, get this icon and put that on your material, so you on your object, so you will get the material. Okay, so what if I want to add new material that does not have in here? So I just go on the edit, I go this folders, okay, browse for material image file here. I click on this, so I go to the browsers that I store my material. For example, I store my material here. Okay, so I want this brick, this tile textures. Open, and then I got the material in here. Okay, yeah, that is like that. And I want to add another new material. Also possible. I can do it like that too. I click on this if I want, or I can click on this create material here. So if I click edit here and add the material by using here, it means that I did the old material into this one. But if I create this one, I could just create a new material without touching this old. So I want to keep this one the same, but I create a new material. Okay, so I create a new material. Let me name this material into like plastering, for example. Okay, and then I choose browse in here where the file of the material, yeah, this one, and open it. So I got the plastering with this. I just click OK. I got the material. So I got this material, but this one keep the same, it's still there. So I just need to apply this material, this plastering material, into new model. So I select this one, click to start paint here, and then click on the object that I want to apply this material. Click it. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so in the material cell 2, in the edit one, there is the number here, so you can adjust. You want to be these textures to be bigger or smaller. It depends on how you change the number in this one. Okay, it's like that. Okay, this is how you apply the material. And if you want to change this material into, you want to rotate it, so you just go and click on the surface that has the material, and then you click on the surface. This is you click, okay, when it show like that, the blue, mean that you click on the surface, you select the surface, and then you right click on your mouse, you see it, you apply the material, you select and then you apply it, and then texture here, you apply the material on that surface, and then you right click and then textures, position. Okay, you will get this all icon. So you right click again, you want to rotate it in 90 degrees, for example. Yeah, it's like that. Okay, so enter, so you will be able to rotate this one. Yeah, so again, so this surface, for example, when you select the surface and you right click and it does not show the material or textures here, so you just apply again by clicking on the material and then apply it again. It does not change anything, but when you right click on it, you can see the texture here. Okay, so you need to apply again into the surface and right click so that you can see the word textures, otherwise you don't see it. In position, and then you right click and then you rotate it into, for example, this, or rotate into 90 degrees, or you can do it manually by rotate like that, but it's not really give a good angles. Okay, yes, so I think I should be all for the material part. So let's go to the style. So in the style you can choose, like you want to have the white background or the blue, anything you can choose here, okay, as your style. And then you can choose also edit here, where you want to edit the style. You want to see only the frame or the profile, so you choose edit, and then there is edge profile dash, so you just unclick on it, right? You don't see the edge, not much, the profile. If you add, for example, 10, yeah, the profile is very thin, very thick. Okay, but if you want to do 1, it's very thin. And also you can change the color of the profile. For example, I use red. Yes, so my profile will be red, like that, for example. Okay, so yes, but basically the profile you can choose like white or black. It's up to how you want to show the model. Yeah, this one is white and it can be black. Okay, or it's thick or thin. It's up to the numbers that you set in here. Okay, I think I should be all for the style. And tag here the same. When I want to add more tag in order to manage the design and the model. Shadow, when you want to open the shadow for your object, so you need to open it by clicking here, hide or show shadow, or here on the toolbar. It's the same, so I open it, so it has a time that you can adjust the shadow based on the time and date. Okay, and even you can adjust the lightness or the darkness of the shadow of the lighting here. Okay, so adjust it based on your preference. Okay, okay, so yeah, so scene is very important, everyone. So for example, you want to keep this one to be seen in the isometric, for example. Okay, so I create the scene, add scene by clicking on this plus icon, and then I create scene. So this scene one, I can give it a name, for example, ISO view that I want to have, and I click another one with the same ISO scene. So I delete it again, and I change the scene here. So I rotate around with this one, for example, and I want to change, and I want to capture this, so I add scene and ISO 2, for example. So when I click here on the left side, ISO, I go to see this angle, and ISO 2, I will see this angle. Okay, so this is how you can save the scene for you to show which part of your model, and you can save the scene so that it can zoom in to see the object that we want to show. For example, I will save this one. So when I go to ISO, and then I want to see back this, so I just click and I will see. Okay, yeah, that's all for the scene. I think I should be done with this default tray. It's very important for all of you as a beginners to understand how the default tray is used. Yeah, if you can use it properly, it you can manage the file better, you can model it quicker. Yeah, but you need to explore more. There's a lot more in the style. Okay, in the material there's a lot more you can explore it by yourself. And if you have a question, you can ask me in the comment. Thank you.